Alright, this is Calibos, and we are playing Stoneblock 2. So, when we last left, I was looking desperately for pistons. I couldn't find them, so I made some more. We're now going to make them into sticky pistons, because we're amazing. And we're going to get our hands on some iron, and then make our inscriber. So, that actually completes like a bunch of quests for us, because we have this one, and then that one, and then that one, and then that one. That's the one we need. So we have that. Ooh, we want those. We want those a lot. What is that? So I think we're actually going to make a location for Fluix, because we want to have locations for this, because we're going to want to store some of these later. Let's go pick this up, and then let's go investigate what this is. Oh, we can put our translocator somewhere. Doesn't really matter where. So this is a, what, shimmering mushroom. I think we can just toss that because we don't need it really at all. And I think that there's a recipe to actually make those, should we care? Perfect. Okay, but we have the inscriber. It's cool. So, unless you had already not figured it out, this is pretty much the room I'm setting aside for AE stuff. So we're going to set up a chest in here. I think we've got some, we've got a gold chest. We only need one, really. But I have trouble only picking up the one. So we'll put this down. We're going to put our inscribers in here because we don't especially need them at just this moment. We're going to take some of our things. Oh, let's look at our quests. So now we're going to need a growth accelerator and then a growth chamber. So looking at our growth accelerator. That's the chamber. So we're going to need some Fluix cables, some Fluix blocks. So we're going to need 6 of these, because we're going to be making one of these. So 6 of these, so we're going to need 6 blocks and then 6 cables on top of that, which is going to require quartz fiber and then 2 Fluix crystals for 4. So 6, so we're going to require 12 of these, so we're going to require, so that gives us 3 craftings of this, and then we're going to need some of this, which is going to be crushed quartz. So we're going to need, so again, we're going to need 12 of these, so we're going to need 60 crushed quartz, and then this is going to require quartz fiber, and we're going to need, let's see, 13, so 3 craftings, so we're going to need 63 crushed quartz. So let's get some, oops, come on, it's down. I was going up and it's down. So let's go ahead and pop this out. I think I actually store them in here. Pop that in there, and then we'll go. Looks like our basic control circuits are done. So these are going to need a location as well. So we'll pull dilute. We'll get ourselves some drawers, and then we're going to lock the drawer. Basic control circuits. I still need to make a room for these, but I don't want to do it in this dimension because I'm terrified that it's going to wipe out the base. So we're going to do it in the mining dimension once we finish mining out that giant chunk. Anyway, so I got sidetracked. We're going to need glass. So bejeweled 2, another quartz. We'll do this. We'll do that. That's going to give us our 6 quartz fiber. I don't think we only need like 3 or 4 really. We're going to come over here and get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's going to give us all of the flux we're going to need for just the crystals, or the cable. 5, 6. So now we want these. So we're going to need the quartz glass, which is going to require more of the quartz. And then some glass. So let's go check on that. So that gives us 4. And then we'll just need iron. And a lot more craftings of this. So this is going to take a minute, really. Why am I carrying 3 hoppers? I guess it doesn't matter, we're going to use them. Come on, you're very slow. Ah, do this. So, more quartz glass for us. Grab a stack of iron. Do this. So that gives us 4. And then we need some more quartz glass. So, like so, because it's going to be like that. We're going to use one of these. We're going to need one of these. And then we're going to need a chest. And I have I'm sure I have like 1,000,000 chests around here somewhere. I keep making like giant stacks of them. Look, there's the the pistons that I was looking for. Oh my gosh. It's always that way. You make one and then you find all of the ones that you already had. Toss it in there. Now we're just going to run here and get some more of the crushed quartz. So it gives us that. Now we have accelerators and understatement. And then we're going to toss this in here, and that's going to give us our growth chamber. So let's actually stand right here and do this. Why are we... Is that full? Weird. So theoretically, I thought I had a thing that would pick stuff up that was put on the ground, but clearly I don't. I have no idea what happened to it. Now we have this cool thing, and it is very cool. It doesn't, however, work on the power that we have. In fact, it doesn't. So we need to go ahead and make a different kind of power for it. So we're going to make an energy acceptor, and basically that is a converter from the power for AE. Give me one flux crystal. To basically RF, or from RF to AE stuff. So we're just going to go ahead and plop this down over here somewhere. Doesn't really matter where. And then we're going to put this growth chamber next to it. Then we're going to pop those seeds in there. I'll watch those. Does it need... Oh, like, I completely forgot to actually give it power because I'm amazing. And now they're growing. So let's go ahead and do this. Pick up our stuff that we threw everywhere, wherever it was. Alright, so we have that. So, honestly, 2, 3, 4. So this stuff is useful. It's not super useful. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade it to the glass cable, the flux glass cable, because it is simply better for us. So our next step, and one of the reasons that I had stuff up there, is we're going to fetch this. We're going to go up here and get our there it is. Get our pure Certus quartz crystals out. We're going to go find some essence. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do our thing. So now we'll have this, and then with the essence, which apparently we are carrying 1,000,000 of, that gives us the last inscriber press that we need, which we're going to put away. We're just going to put AE stuff in here. Last inscriber press is there. Ooh, that's super handy actually. 64K storage component. Alright, so next step on our mystical journey here. So we're going to need, we don't really need the, sorry about that. We don't really need the ME drive at just this moment. What we really need to do is get our inscriber working. Now, I am not fond of this inscriber. So if we look around at AE2, there is in fact an advanced inscriber. So we're going to need 2 pistons, which conveniently I have, 2 engineering processors, which we're going to have to make, and the inscribers. So the engineering processors require printed engineering circuits, which are made from the engineering so first we're actually going to need this. Now I am going to count how many we're going to need for this project, and then we're going to kind of go for the entire project. So we'll do the silicon one right off the bat. We're going to need 2 silicon. Let's just assume that we're going to need 4 right off for the minute, because it's going to take a second for these to work. We have the 2 hoppers. So we're going to need 2 diamonds and 2 redstone. So let's go back up here. And this is not a fast process. And that's one of the reasons I don't actually like this inscriber, and why we're upgrading to the other one. Because although I tried to shift click to stack in here, it does not allow more than 1 at a time. So automation is kind of slow and grindy. Possible, but slow and grindy. So we need an engineering circuit. So we'll take the engineering press, pop that in there, and then diamonds. Now, it doesn't care about the output, just the input. So now we can pull this out, pop that in there, and we can put these actually back in. We'll put that in there, and then we'll put that in there. Now, I'm shift-clicking them, and it's automatically going to where we want it to go, which is a super handy feature that I really love. It does not care about top or bottom as far as the inscriber. It just goes. So, looking at the advanced inscriber, we're just going to need we're going to need this, and then we're going to do this, and that's going to give us the advanced inscriber. And we'll put that down. So you notice this has 5 upgrade slots instead of 3. So that's super handy. This is also super handy, and we're going to play with those too, because a lot of our rooms don't actually have connections. So that's going to be a thing that's going to deal with this issue later. So we want to make a storage bus. So we're going to make this, which means that we're going to make an interface, which means we're going to need a formation core and an annihilation core, which means we're going to need logic processors, and we're going to need 2 logic processors for that. We're also going to need a screen, not a screen, they're called, terminal. I think they're called terminals. Right, so we want to make the crafting terminal, which is going to require a calculation processor. So that's going to be the pure Certus quartz crystal, which we currently have an extra one. We're going to need 1 more logic processors, and then 1 each for those, and then the bright illuminated panel, which is going to be that. So it looks like we're going to need 1, 2, 3. So logic is gold. So we'll go ahead and make 6. We'll get a stack of redstone. We're going to do silicon. And we're going to automate silicon a little bit later. So we're going to need some nether quartz, probably 2. And then we're going to need some Certus quartz ground. Which I'm certain I didn't use all of it. I'm just not exactly certain where I put it. trying to put an end to this nonsense of, you know, we can't find anything, which is why I'm very eager for this to be done. Oh, there it is. I never actually got it out of the system. So we're going to need some, we've got some redstone, we're going to need some glowstone, probably some iron, which we've got. So let's work our way through the steps here. So we're going to need an illuminated panel, which is going to be illuminated panel. So we're going to need quartz glass. Not a problem. So illuminated panel, go. So we have the illuminated panel. Now we're going to need a terminal, which is going to require annihilation cores and a crafting core. So we're going to have to go through and make logic processors. So let's go ahead and start that process going. So we want to go ahead and put this in here. Notice that it takes the entire stack this time. That's a beautiful thing. Logic processors. Go. It's also faster. Baseline, I think. Maybe. Squirrel, I forgot what I was doing. How crazy is that, right? So we need the silicon processor really quick. Silicon. Swap that out, swap that out. Have that going. Then once we start getting some more of the inscribers up and functional, it's going to be better for us. We're gonna be able to move a little bit faster getting all those done. But the biggest thing right now is actually just to make everything functional. So in order to make the formation cores, we're going to need Certus quartz, Fluix dust, and whatever, logic processors. And then in order to make the annihilation core, we're going to need Fluix dust, nether quartz, and logic processors. So we need to go ahead and arrange for Fluix dust. So it's actually fairly easy to get our hands on. We just need to take the Fluix crystals, which we've already made, and grind them up. Oh, I should have actually gotten 2 more. We actually make quite a lot of these formation and annihilation cores as we go. So they're kind of a... There's one. So let's go check on our processors. So we have this. We can toss that in here. And now that's going to go. We can go ahead and put our silicon press back. Put the logic press back, and then we're going to need a crafting terminal. One calculation. So let's grab the calculation, and that's going to be made with the pure Certus quartz crystal here. So we'll do this, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, go. So we want to make the cores. I know, we're out of time. So, core. Take that. I guess we'll have to do some more of this on the next episode. So, I hope you liked the episode. If you did, please leave a like. If you didn't, don't. Questions, comments, concerns can all go below. I hope you folks have a great night.